Well, praise the Lord. I'm here at home. Country Star is at home and working hard. I was making my calls today down in McDowell County, West Virginia, when she has a child molester on the loose. One that stole over $20,000 from the town of Rennell, West Virginia, for a project supposed to honor U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War. But Mayor Andrea Pendleton and Boomer just let Tom Acosta run right over her, and now we have a crisis. Number one might not be the same anymore, but it's still the best. Watch that video too, linked in the description, about my mother, so we can never forget her. Another Boomer, or Richard, linked in the description, be a video about him. This video is important. I made my calls today to West Virginia. One of those calls I made would have been to the McDowell County Commission, which had no answers, and a very nervous laughter in that phone call when they suggested I speak with the city of Welch about how is child molester painted the largest things downtown being resolved. They just suggested I speak with the city of Welch, which I called the city of Welch when I was homeless. And I was calling them to just speak with Mayor Harold McBride, who I also know, and just like, you have to understand, Country Star is McDowell County. Elaine McMillan Sheldon is a filmmaker, spent $150,000 to go stay at Tom Acosta's 6,000 square foot Colburns mansion, falling down like Neverland Ranch. She went to McDowell County and got Emmy nominated, and Tom Acosta was in that documentary screened at the U.S. Capitol due to Senator Joe Manchin, who was like, we gotta care about these poor people. And then he took my uncle's portrait. There's a whole video about Bank Nor's incestuous and adventurous butthole. Another Boomer. Link in the description. My family always matters to me. But the McDowell County Commission was encouraging me. Just trying to pass the buck on to the city of Welch. I called the city of Welch when I was homeless. And I called them again today. When I was homeless, you should know that Jack is the person that answers the phone there. And he was doing everything he could to be respectful and kind to me and connect me with Mayor Harold McBride. Mayor Harold McBride himself was real shitty to Nathan, and he's been shitty as a leader. A divorced Boomer needs to always be remembered for having that red nose. Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer. He ain't Rudolph, he just drank a lot of beer. Our Boomers. I tried calling the city of Welch too, after I called McDowell County Commission. There was just nervous laughter because I said the city of Welch and Harold McBride aren't being really good at connecting with me. But the New York Times, the New York Times has already reported on McDowell County, West Virginia, the poorest rural place in America, like over 700 times. And I certainly think they're going to care about this child molester, and I certainly think Diane Sawyer and Katie Couric are going to care. We get to care about Sarah Palin, we're going to care about Tom Acosta. We are. When I called the city of Welch today, no one answered. I'm sure Jack would have wanted to, if he's still there. Give my best to Jack. As far as Mayor Harold McBride, we just need a new leader, clearly. You should also know, maybe just fun fact, not really fat fun, kind of was at the beginning, there is somebody named Gordon Lambert, who was a McDowell County Commissioner. But before that, he was a Denver Bronco. So this whole entire time, I was homeless and got promoted out here during COVID and stuff. McDowell County knew. It had like a 1% connection to the Denver elite. And it just failed because McDowell County, West Virginia Boomers always fail and shit in a river. And then they die. That's what happens. There's not many of them left. West Virginia will continue to fight for itself to exist because I had to over 725 days fighting homelessness a third time from Atlanta to San Francisco because that's just the American way. And when you go to Elon University, feeling like it's the only home you have left, if you were ghosted on a trip trying to resettle in High Point, North Carolina, what Elon University did to me was just threw me off campus because Tom Acosta went to January 6th. Keeping these Boomers aware of how much shit they're in for the rest of their entire lifetimes, because never forget, Tom Acosta was and probably still is sleeping with a 70-year-old boy. If he hasn't chopped him into little bits, or he's ended up like JonBenet Ramsey, which was certainly a big deal and still is. That father, you can't help it, he's a boomer, never stopped caring. He's right down the road, and I care about JonBenét Ramsey. We must know President Gordon Gay of West Virginia University gets paid twice what the U.S. president gets paid. Abraham Lincoln was paid $25,000 a year. Are we getting those kind of results every 9 days out of Gordon Gay? I don't think that we are. But Gordon Gay was president of University of Boulder. Is he caring about JonBenét Ramsey? Or is he at a bar? Look at his Facebook page. Oh, I'm getting emotional. It ends up, when your father's child molester, it always ends up emotional. But I also called the Community Crossing of Welch, West Virginia, a faith-based organization, and Karen Wilson, who's already on this YouTube channel. Link in the description is a video about her. Karen Wilson answered the phone. I collaborated with her when I worked for West Virginia University and survived Gordon Gay then. And she was just blissfully and adamantly wrote to me. I asked for an email address so I could send her information on the channel. After I called her to say, what do you know, Karen, about the city of Welch or McDowell County or your organization or anybody in West Virginia where the action is? Where the in and out of the 7-year-old butthole is constantly going on. What are the other boomers doing to eradicate Tom Acosta from being free? We saw Snow, McDowell County Sheriff's Department. The whole heap is shut there. Watched a little video on Officer Vineyard, who permanently banned me from McDowell County, West Virginia when I did nothing wrong. And also said he worked for Tom Acosta. Big red flag, McDowell County Sheriff's Department is full of shit. We must know about Mingo County, West Virginia. It's right down the road. Had a whole heap of corruption in the boomers back then. Probably it's true, there's a whole heap of trouble all over McDowell County, West Virginia. Some of it may be unrelated to Tom Acosta. But it is because they can't stop one boomer. It just takes one titanium boomer to bring it all down. Karen Wilson paid the highest cost ever. When I just asked for an email address, and she was like, I can't help you. I can't help you. And I said, well, I'm going to let this 7-year-old boy know that. So 7-year-old boy, happen to survive Tom Acosta, if you're watching, now you know, and your child, I pray for you all the time. Link in the description will be one other video. I have to pull this scooter over. All of the things I went through in West Virginia and all across America while homeless are with me now. I never forgot any of it. We must learn to care and pray and hope for the best. Oh yeah, I thought I'd put this in here too. Making this video for all time and just might be really good information, I guess. If you're a McDowell County, West Virginia boomer, and I happen to call you, it might be unexpected. You might not be waiting by the phone, waiting for Nathan Acosta, country star, the voice of McDowell County, West Virginia, with a wider and bigger global reach than McDowell County, West Virginia will ever have. I know you might be alarmed and shocked and saddened and frightened if Nathan Acosta calls, basically calling to see what is McDowell County, West Virginia doing to resolve Tom Acosta. If I call you and you happen to be on the other end of the phone, maybe you just sit in a river. Maybe you're going to in a few minutes. I get it. You can't really help it. You're going to the bathroom. It just ends up going down a river. We can always blame other boomers for that. McDowell County PSD, which is a client of Tom Acosta's, the water department. If I call you, can you hit a like, comment, subscribe? If I call you, don't be like Karen. Don't be like, I can't help you. Then I'm never going to. Don't believe in helping you or the 7-year-old boy. That's exactly what she did. She knows it. If I call you, here's some advice. If you don't know, and probably we can blame other boomers for that too. Boy, Nathan's right. Sheriff Martin West would be a good one to blame. That boomer can do some exercise, or he ends up at W Medicine as a complete recovery himself. if I call you, just have faith in God. Just be nice to me. Just say, you know, Nathan, I'm not sure, but I care. And this community, my family, or whoever it is near you, we are all alarmed and frightened, but we're praying and we're having faith. And we're going to ask somebody, and we are going to be committed to making sure that 7-year-old boy is safe. And God bless you, and congratulations on defeating homelessness. Saying words like that is going to just end up. You'll be better off than Karen Wilson, a community crossing boomer. Look at the description of this video about her. Other one. But saying something like that would be a more appropriate response. I believe that anybody, anywhere, might agree. Oh yeah, I'm making dinner. I'm making dinner so it's loud in here, but maybe you should know. Just throwing it out there, it might help resolve total cost. So, linked in the description is a video when Kyle Wilson, the survivor of his mother, actually showed up on time on October 23rd, 2014 for the Let's Move McDowell events. I remember that from October 23rd, 2014. He showed up on time and did a demonstration of toothball. But before that, at Mount View High School, he showed up. He was supposed to be teaching this physical activity class. He showed up really late, like over an hour late. He showed up, he was like, what do you want me to do? Kids were sitting in there. And I was like, teach the class. Maybe he didn't know to show up and teach the class. Not to show up and go home because you were late. That ain't the way with Country Star and Dr. Eloise Elliott, a West Virginia University PE boomer. We'll be learning more about her. It ain't good. She was like, Nathan's right. Teach your class.